What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a killer tutorial for you guys today. We all have those special people in stream, whether they're subscribers or VIPs or just supporters of different levels, that you want to make it feel like when they show up, you're rolling out the red carpet, that they feel welcomed and that they feel noticed. And today we're gonna have a tutorial on just how to do that. So today I'm gonna teach you how to have a special command set up on your stream so that when your special VIPs, your supporters, your subs show up, that you can have something like, this play. And it's just a little bit extra way to give them something a little bit special. And this is completely customizable. You can make it this Pokemon style like I did, or you can let your imagination run crazy. But we're going to accomplish this today using two free programs. The first one, of course, is our beloved favorite, Canva. And second is a little program called Mix It Up, which is insanely powerful. I've just began to scratch the surface of what it has to offer. But before we get started, let's get a word from our sponsors and then we'll get this tutorial rolling. Today's video is sponsored by OwnPro, the subscription service from the legends at Own.tv. For just $12.99 or less a month, you get unlimited access to over 400 premium overlays and alerts. After a quick install of the Own.pro software, you'll be able to change the entire look of your stream with the click of a button. Use my affiliate link down below to support the channel and check out all that Own.pro has to offer. Guys, remember, if you're not ready, make sure you follow me over on Twitch. I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Would love to have you guys out that way as we play some games and we have a good time. With that said, let's get the tutorial started. The very first thing you need to do is have a Canva account. Now, you are more than welcome to use a free account. It does have a few limitations, or if you want to use a pro account, I will have my affiliate code down below. So go ahead and check that out. It will also give you a free trial if you just want to try out the pro version, or if you want the pro version just to make this specific design and then cancel it afterwards. Shh, I won't tell anybody. All right, let's get started. With Canva open, you're going to go to create a design. We're going to go down here to custom size. We're going to go 600 by 200 is the size I need. Again, you can make this custom to you, however you want to make it, whatever design you want to do, but I want a nice long one, so it's going to be 600 pixels by 200 pixels high. Create a new design. All right, so this is what we're working with, and what I'm recreating, if we open up the Pokemon here, this is kind of what I'm going for, and we can get close to that, but this is sort of the design that I'm going to be trying to steal. I mean, you might go for a newer style and bring in some colors. I have no idea what's happening here. But for me, I'm going super retro. I'm a Pokemon Yellow kid, okay? Real quick, if you played Pokemon growing up, post it down below. What was your very first Pokemon game you ever played? I think this might give away some of our age, but I'm a Pokemon Yellow, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start to create this border right here. Now, there's a few different ways for us to do this. I'm gonna show you the way that I prefer, and maybe an extra additional way how to do it too. So first thing we're gonna do is go to Elements, right here under Lines and Shapes. Apologize, right here, Lines and Shapes, click See All. And as we look through, there's a couple different ones. Personally, I really like to just grab this one right here. It is just the shape. Now, the one thing that I'm always looking for when I'm using elements like this is I want to make sure that I can adjust height and width independently. So when you first click on one, you'll see if there's lines on the sides and the tops, it can be adjusted independently to get the exact shape that you want. This one can. So I'm going to go and drag it to this top corner, drag it down this way, and then drag it lengthwise. Now, it's just going to be a black stroke. And so all I'm going to do is make it black. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click Control C or Command C if you're on a Mac, and then Control V or Command V if you're on the Mac. There we go. I'm going to hold down Alt, and all Alt does is drags both sides in at the same amount. So I'm going to make it white so you can see what I'm doing here. Hold down Alt, and you see how it brings them both in at the same time. That way I can make sure both sides are perfect. I want it to be fairly thin, something like that. And bring this one down, and I'm eyeballing it, trying to match the right stroke. Looks pretty good to me. I'm just going to select both of these. So I'm going to hit Control C, Control V to make another copy of it. And I might be wrong. It might have just grabbed the white one. So I'm going to go ahead and make it black again. Bring it in. Again, a very thin one. Just like that. And we're going to do it one last time. And this one will be white because this will be our final inside layer. just eyeball it to keep it thin. Okay, so there we go. We pretty much have the border, and I would toy around with this. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to this kind of stuff, so I would toy around with it till it gets looking right. But an alternative way you could do it, I'm just gonna click an add page to work on it. A lot of times when I'm working on stuff like this too, guys, I will have multiple pages going, working on different ideas, just to see, you know, pixels are free, right? Add as many pages as you want. But if you click on this one right here, it is simply already the stroke. So, I mean, literally this one makes it so much easier. For whatever reason, I do not like it as much though. I just feel like something about this part looks funny. Something about the corner looks funny. Anyway, but if you want to do it this way, Control C, Control V, same way. Drag it in here. I'm going to hold down Alt, bring this in a little bit, Alt, bring this in a little bit, and it's done. But I don't like how this corner doesn't seem to fit this very well. Do you see what I mean? And that's probably me being really nitpicky. I just feel like this part looks better than that, but that is another option. With that said, don't use that one. Come out here and get one of these crazy designs. Not crazy, it's actually gorgeous if I'm honest with you. You know, come in and drag this one out. And look at this design. This is classy, guys. If you got a classy stream, you know, whatever, make it your brand color, right? I mean, you can make something come out looking really, really nice. Just playing with different borders, different themes. Look through what they actually have here for you. Use something, you know, like, I don't know. I'm sure you guys can get creative and come up with your own thing. Maybe you want to go with more of like the cloud bubbly effect. I don't know. That's up to you. You'll see how to do all the different things, and you can get really creative. And I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with in this tutorial. So if you are using this tutorial to make something, do me a favor, join the Discord and share whatever it is you made down in the Share Your Art channel. I'd love to go ahead and check out what you guys made. It's really inspirational. You guys give me a lot of brilliant ideas, honestly. Yeah, anyway, a lot of cool stuff going on here. You see, there's a lot you could do. All right, with that said, I'm going to jump back up here to the one I'm making, and I'm going to use this one. So at this point, we've done a lot of the work. We've made the border, so now we're just going to go ahead and add in our text. So I'm going to hit the text button. All right, that was weird, guys. For some reason my screen was cut off. I have no idea why. But anyway, we're going to go over here, right here to text, and I am just going to click add a subheading, and I'm going to say something like a wild YouTube sub has appeared. Right. I'm gonna make mine left aligned, and I'm gonna change it to the font Christic. Actually, make sure you select everything, and then I'm gonna change it all to Christic, just like that. Size it up a little bit, and then just kind of center it. Also, I'm just gonna tweak the vertical spacing just a little bit, like that. So I make it a little bit larger, and I'll have it just like that. Perfect. Also, guys, if you watch this video, this will actually be an active alert. So if you watch this video and you come over to one of the streams at twitch.tv/Dr. Hills, type in, as soon as you get there, ! YouTube sub, and I'll know when you jumped in that you watched this video. All right, so we're gonna go, you know, wild YouTube sub has appeared, adjust it however you want it. You can always come back and look at kind of how this is, although I realize we're not exactly following that design, so maybe don't look at that unless you do have a reference image. But yeah, that font I think is perfect. Now I just want a little image right here. Now what I've done is I have a sub-only category of my Discord. So in Discord, I wrote to all my subs, hey, if you want your own command, put a picture that you want me to use in your command. Which, speaking of which, if you are a sub on my stream and you do not have this set up yet, put your picture or whatever picture you want me to use, whether it's a logo, put that in that channel. Okay. So if you're like me, you're very unorganized, and so what I encourage you to do is try to improve that a little bit. And so I've created a little folder on my computer that has everything I need, and so I need this image right here that I'm just going to drag right there. Okay. And now I'm going to scooch it over like this and size it down, something like that, and then center it up, and then just tweak the sizing. That's weird. Tweak the sizing till you get it how you want it. I think that might be a little overkill. Something right about that. That'll work. Okay, we'll roll with that. So now the design itself is done. And so now what I'm gonna do is gonna download that one. I'm gonna download as a PNG. Now, understand, if you have the free version, you will not be able to download as a transparent PNG. And so if you don't have that, what I recommend doing, don't tell anyone I'm telling you this, guys, top secret, is you're going to make this a lime green, okay? Green until it burns your eyeballs out of your skull, okay? Not that one, sorry. You want your background that color. See if I can click to the background. All right, what we're gonna do, we're gonna select everything. We're gonna, how dare you? We're just gonna shimmy it out of my way so that I can click this background. We're gonna do this and we're gonna make it lime green. Lime and green until your eyeballs burn out of your head. You're gonna leave that as the background. And then what you're gonna do is whenever you pull this in OBS, you're gonna go and add a filter that says chroma key, and you're gonna remove the green and it's gonna be transparent for free. Y'all don't tell everybody I'm giving away these tricks though, okay? All right, that's just for you. All right. But I do have the pro version. Again, if you want pro version, free trial down in the description of the video. So PNG, transparent. I don't want all these other ones I made. I only want page 1. So it's this one right here. I'm gonna click done. Okay, but if you do have pro, all you gotta do now is PNG, transparent background, choose what you wanna save. I don't want everything, I only want page 1. Click done, click download. And then while you wait, take a sip of your beverage of choice, which of course is coffee. Not sponsored, you know, yet. All right, now that we have that done, I am just gonna go ahead and move that into the folder that I have for everything. Now I have this old one, but with this old one, I accidentally exported as a JPEG because I forgot that I had to make it transparent. And so I'm just going to move it into that folder. So I'll move this folder over here, drag it in, and there I have it for later use, okay? So the very next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna go ahead and close down Canva. You no longer need Canva, you need a program called Mix It Up, okay? So as you start here, don't get too worried. There's gonna be a lot for you to do. Oh, look at that, I got Haas hanging out in my chat. I got to get ready for that. I got to get ready. I haven't had a bot attack in a while, so I got to get ready. Anyway, now that I have Mix It Up open, there's a lot of things I can do. Guys, if you dive into this, if you want more videos on Mix It Up, let me know, because as you can tell, there's a ton of things that you can do with it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump right here into the commands, and we're gonna see we already have these made. I'm gonna delete this one because we're about to remake it. I was just making that to test some things. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna click New Command. Now from New Command, you're gonna go and give it a name. So I'm gonna name this one YouTube Sub, because this one is here just for you guys. I have a command group just called subs, just so I keep everything organized. And the trigger is going to be YouTube Sub. Again, you come to the Twitch stream, type in YouTube Sub, let me know that you've seen this, and you'll get the cool little Pokemon effect. Now, typically what I would do, because these are specifically for my subs, is you would have to be a subscriber to use these. But this particular one, we're not gonna do that, because any of you guys that watch this video can come over and use it. But I am gonna have the cooldown on per person, and you can only redeem it once per stream, okay? That way it doesn't get spammed, because I know my community. Look, I'm looking at you. Looking at you. You know who you are. All right, with that said, now we're going to go and add action. So if you use a Stream Deck, you know about multi-actions. Mix It Up works similarly. You can add multiple actions to a single command. And so I'm gonna click action. And the very first thing I'm gonna add is a chat message. And I add the chat message. I'm just gonna click the little plus sign, and here it is. So first I want to send it to streamer. So it's like Dr. Heels is saying, it's gonna say a wild YouTube has appeared. Okay, and so whenever it pops up in my chat, it's gonna say a wild YouTube sub has appeared. And that just kind of adds a little bit to it. Next thing we're gonna do is we're going to go with overlay, images, and videos. So this is the one that has the most settings in it, and so I'll run down how to do how to set up mine. But also, when you set up your own, you're just gonna have to tweak it until you get it right. I spent a good amount of time on stream working on this particular part. It's not that daunting, but there are a lot of settings to tweak. And at the end of the day, it's just trial and error. So with images, videos, you can do text, image, video, a YouTube, a web page, HTML, a widget. Like, you can do a ton with this particular thing on the overlay. What we need is an image, because that's what we created, was an image. Now, with that said, that also means you could have created a video for your subscribers and had some sort of animated something or another happen. Just keep that in mind. But we're gonna go with image, and we are going to keep this part default. We're gonna go ahead and browse and find it. Now remember, I created this just for it, so I'm gonna grab the PNG. I'm gonna open it back up. I want it to be 600 by 200. And I think when I tested that ended up a little bit too large, but I'll show you how to tweak it down. I want my screen position. I want it to be percentage based. For me, it's a little bit easier to work with. And I think what I ended up with was 80, let me check, 84 and 10. So 84% from the left. So, you know, think about where your screen is. We start on the left, 84%, you know, right in here. And from the top is gonna be about 10% down, okay? I want it to last 14 seconds, and that's because the music I'm gonna use is 14 seconds long, and I just haven't matched the music. Entrance, now you can get creative, but personally, I'm going to use the slide in and slide out. It's just simple. But you can have it flip in, bounce in, cartwheel, light in, all the things, okay? But we're gonna have it slide in down, and we're gonna have it slide out up. So it's just like that. Simple, simple, simple. All right, and that one's done. So now we're gonna click this one more time, and we're gonna go to sound. We're gonna add a sound to it now. Now I found my sound online. It's the I found it on YouTube. I looked up YouTube Pokemon appear sound, and again, you guys can do whatever. I've also told my subs that if they have a sound that is DMCA free, so maybe there's a special Stream Beat song or a little thing, if they clip it down, send me exactly what they want. It's got to be about 10 to 15 seconds. I'll put it in there so they can have their own custom sound, which is actually how I had this idea before DMCA was a big deal. There was a streamer that I used to watch all the time, and every subscriber had their own song. And it would play like the entire song when they came and put their command. And so that's actually where this idea came from. With that said, we're just gonna hit browse. We're gonna choose it. Again, I've saved it to a special folder, and I'm just gonna grab it right there. Now, I'm gonna change this. You probably will not have to change this, but I do use a Elgato Wave microphone. So I use that, and I want it to come through my FX channel. And I'm gonna turn my volume to about 50%. And we tested that, and that seemed to be about the sweet spot. From here, you can go and hit save, and then go ahead and open up your OBS, and we're gonna hit the test and see how it looks. Not bad. Now, personally, it's large it's a little bit too big, and so I'm going to try to adjust the sizing just a little bit, just to show you guys how we would do it. Let's go about 500 width and maybe 175 height, and I'm just going to hit that to test it. Oh, hit that to test it. Looks pretty good. I would adjust it over. You see how it's just a little off from the left? I would adjust it over. What are we at right now? We're at 84. Let's maybe 87 and test it. Oh, too much. Okay. So, how's 85? And this is where I get nitpicky, guys. Perfect. Right there is perfect. Hit the save button. Remember all of those settings, because you're just going to duplicate those settings for each sub that you've done. And you're just going to go in and you're going to do them. Now, anyone who comes during my stream, again on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can type in !YouTube sub, and this will happen. A wild YouTube sub has appeared. There we go, guys. That is the tutorial. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I cannot wait to see what you guys make using this. With that said, guys, really do appreciate you. Come over and hang out with me sometime on Twitch. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. God bless you, and I'll see y'all in the next one. No! No! I'm done. I'm not using a controller anymore. No!